Hello there, good to see you and thank you for clicking. Now on this video I'm going to show you exactly how and where to hide your money just like the rich. And when I say hide your money, I simply mean where exactly do they direct their money and where do they invest and how do they invest so that at least they grow their money to the next level. It's like a secret that a lot of people do not understand. And guess what? On this video, I try my best as I can to gather information for you, put it together and give it to you in a simplest manner. So what you all need to do is just sit around, watch this video to the end so that you understand exactly what do I mean. And guess what? I usually upload a video each and every day. So it will be pleasure if you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Just down below there, you click that subscription button and that like button so you'll be notified whenever I upload a good new video so you never miss any episode of it. And by the way, guess what? It is free, it doesn't cost you anything. So let's get to today's business. Now, how exactly do the rich actually hide and where do they hide their money? This is the secret I would love you to know. One thing you should know with money is that never put all your eggs in one basket. I'm pretty sure that is not a new thing to you. You've been hearing it. But let me put it into perspective. One thing that you're supposed to understand is that once you put all your money in one direction, something might happen. And I bet you must have learned a lesson during the corona times, during the 2020-2021 era, whereby you find that if you were having an investment, let's say you were having an investment to do with hospitality, if there is an industry that was really hit hard, is the hospitality industry. I remember very well the eateries were closed, the bars, the restaurants, all those kind of things, they were closed. Even the barber shops and the salons and what have you. So that tells you that if you were to put all your money in one basket, then you're getting yourself into more problems. What you're supposed to do, or what is ought for you to be done or to do, is to make sure that you diversify your investments. What exactly does it mean? You know, they usually say that a millionaire has a minimum of 7 streams of income. So you having a 7 streams of income, that means that you've diversified your investment. What I would advise you to do is this. This is how I do it. You have to have what we call the difference between the investments and the businesses. When I say the investments and the business is where you work for the money, and the investments is where the money works for you. All right, but you can still be in the business, but you still money is working for you indirectly when you delegate some of the responsibilities. And let Africans learn this, or the importance of delegating responsibilities, because you just want to amass yourself with all those activities to a point where you even reach to what we call the snap end. So what you're supposed to do is that diversify your investments. If you have some good cash out there, you can get started with real estate. Real estate in most cases does never go bad. All right, so you get a little portfolio of yours towards the real estate. The other portfolio, you can create it or you can direct it towards having a conventional businesses. The other portfolio, you can direct it to having what we call like the unit trust. You can put some of your money in the unit trust, like of the balance bond, like the bond fund. You can have yourself what we call the money market fund and what have you, and the rest. All right, and if you would like to get started with either of those exactly thing, I've made a video about it. You can just take off my previous videos and get to understand what exactly is money market fund and how do you get started with it. And by the way, the good thing with money market fund, bond fund, or treasury bond fund, balance fund is fine. They don't require a lot of money to get started. Couple of thousands, like 2, 3, 4, 5, you get started. All right, and some of the money market fund companies, you only need 100 bob for you to get started. So the point is this: you diversify your investments, and then you should always at first have what we call the emergency fund with you. What does that mean? You know, in this life that you're living in, if you're an adult and you've seen much enough in this world, there's something that you must have realized. In this life, we call it the most unexpected thing, or rather we say the most predictable thing in life, is unpredictability. You can never predict life with how it will be. So the thing is this: always at all the time be prepared for anything to happen. So it's good to have an emergency fund somewhere. When I say an emergency fund, that is not a money for investment. That is not a money that is probably making you anything. It's just a money that it is in liquid form, that you can access it any moment you want. You know, just like emergency fund, the way emergency means that it means that you can access that money immediately. All right, so the other thing that you're supposed to have, of course, you need these conventional businesses. When I say conventional businesses, of course, let's say you've employed yourself. Of course, you need a place where you'll be going each and every morning, well, at your will, not a must, but at your will. At least you interact with people, get some ideas and what kind of view. You know, we human beings, honestly speaking, we are social beings. We cannot be able to exist on our own, just like independently. We need others to live together and such kind of a things. Of course, you need a place where you can be waking up in the morning, go to the place, interact with people, get the report, get the understandings of how the company is running. If you're on that capacity, get to understand how the business is running and such kind of a thing. So you diversify your investments. You can even get yourself. There was a time I made a video and I said, if there are people who are, are prospected to be one of the richest richest people in this country, or not even country, in the world, you find if you can get yourself into these three areas. Number one, I said it's about agriculture. Number two, I said it's about technology. And number three, I said it's all about the beauty, fashion, and what have you. People are becoming a bit conscious about how they look. Even men nowadays, they are doing manicures and what have you. So it's an area if you can tap in. When I say beauty and fashion, when I say beauty, all everything falls under the beauty legs of the salon, fashion, clothing, cosmetics, and what have you, spas and what have you. If you were to get into that specific area, well, I'm also likely to also add something that is called entertainment. Entertainment is picking up at a very good rate, and you can actually go ahead and start that kind of an investment. So the point is this: if you can diversify your investment, you put some money in this area. And by the way, let's say you do not have like that amount of money. Let's say you have like 250,000, and let's say you are employed, and it's not a good time for you to get starting a business, for maybe you do not have somebody whom you can employ and such kind of a thing. So what you can do exactly is to, go ahead and put this money in a different area. There was a time I received a call from an individual, told me, hey, you know what, I've put my million bob in only money market fund about the things that we call the what do we call them, our certain given company. I won't name the company. So the guy was asking me, now, is it the appropriate thing that I did, that I'm having all my money in one money market fund? And I told him it's not bad, at the same time it's not good, because let's say something happens in that given company, so it's good to make sure that you diversify yourself. You can get like this, say, 500,000, you retain in that given company, you take another 200, you put it in the treasury bills, you take another you put in a treasury bonds, you take another one, you put in a circle, you're all over the place. And by the way, this is the beauty of having all those different areas are invested together. One thing you should know is that whenever they say that they pay after 1 year, what happened is that Ania does not like start from Jan to Dec. No. When it comes to company, we find like Ania is ending at March, sometimes at July, sometimes at whatever the time. So what happened is this: if these guys are paying you using dividends, you find that once you pick like a company, let's say you pay that company pays you at April, another one paying at July, another one pays at March, another one. Sometimes you feel like you're being paid each and every month. If you diversify all that kind of an investments, and when you do exactly that, that is the only way you realize now you're investing as a rich person. And this is why you find like during those corona eras and whatever, those guys who are smart and wise, who knows exactly how to invest, they weren't hit hard by the coronavirus, because yes, they had some eateries, the clubs, the bars, the restaurants, the wines and spirits and what have you, and they were closed. It is true they were losing money, that's for a fact. But guess what? These guys had some treasury bills. Treasury bills and bonds were still working. Unit trust and the bonds and money market fund, they were still working. So the rates went down, but the fact remains the money that money was making something. This guy had some rentals. This guy had some other conventional businesses, like let's say food business, like something of sort. This guy had some like car bazaars and car yard and what have you, spare parts business, chemist, pharmacy and what have you. Actually, there are guys who made a lot of money during that era, are the guys who are running the pharmacies and the chemists and whatever. So that tells you that if you get yourself in a diversified manner, then rest assured that whatever happens out there, you always be cushioned. All right. So you may forget everything what I've just said, but don't forget these ones. Always, when you have your money, do not put all your money in one basket. Let's say you've been outside the country to work as smart as as hard as you can. Maybe let's say from the Gulf countries of the Gulf, whatever, and then you come back in Kenya. You have like your half a meal, or you have like your 400,000, or have your meal or two, whatever the amount of money that you have. Remember, this is the money that you've accessed. In the rest of your life, you've never accessed this amount of money. It is the only money that you have. Mbele na nyumba. That's what the Kenyans say. Mbele na nyumba. So this is the money that you don't really want to play what we call the patapote. You have to be a little bit sure, all right? Although I hate to use the term surety when it comes to business, but you have to at least, be a little bit sure of what you're doing, rather than, you get what I'm saying. So it's not good that you say like you have 500k and you're coming back to Kenya and you're saying, hey, I'm going to put all this money into let's say wines and spirits, and I'm going to put all this money into a restaurant and to a whatever. Sometimes I feel a little bit of skepticism, because if you put all that money and that's something goes south, then that is not so good investment. But if you were to take that 500k, even if you just divide it into 3, okay, you take like 150 G's, you put in one business, you take like another 150 G's, you put in another business, you take another 150 G's, or maybe or something of sort, you put it in a what we call the investments, like the money market fund, treasury bills, bonds or circles or whatever. That means that even if the other two goes south, the other one is split is somewhere, it's making you something of sort. That is exactly how you invest as the wise. But otherwise, if you do opposite, then you can get yourself into mess. And that is a thing that I believe you don't love it. And guess what? Joseph also doesn't like that thing. Okay. So anyway, this is the point. Make sure that all the money that you get, make sure that you know exactly how you're investing. And when you say investment, you can pick the treasury bonds, treasury bills, money market fund. You can pick what you call the investing in circles. You can pick an index fund. You can pick all those kind of things, and you can pick rates and invest on those kind of areas. All right. So anyway, guess what? My name is Joseph. If this is the first time you're seeing my face, I talk about investment, talk about money. And if you would like not to ever miss any of piece of my videos, this is what you want to do. It doesn't cost you anything. Just down below there on your right, there is a button written subscribe. It is in black. Hit that magical button. Then on the left, like this video. And guess what happens? You get to be notified whenever I upload a new good video. So that is exactly what you do so you don't miss any video of mine. Because I do upload a video each and every day. And for now, by the way, if you're out there a bit confused, you get your money, you don't know how to invest and where to invest, guess what? I've solved the problems for you. Guess what I've done? I've collected all the different businesses, put them together in one booklet, like 18 of them to be specific in a booklet of, I call it the business plan booklet. It's only $220. You can grab that copy. I have booklets about money market fund, treasury bills, treasury bonds, all those kind of things. You want to get started with any, guess what? Pick my number from the description of this specific video, give me a call, or text me on WhatsApp to get your copy. That copy of business plans, copy of booklet of business plan is $220. Other individual business plans, it's only $280. How about you pick it up? We talk business. For now, it's a goodbye. Don't forget to comment down below. Tell me what you think as well, because I'm a believer. Just like an iron sharpens another iron, so do we learn from each other. So for now, it's a